Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to the full moon video for February 5th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world. There is a time zone calculator in the description box below to help you locate the exact time for you. But here in the Eastern time zone of the U.S., it is at 1:29 p.m. on Sunday the 5th. It is at a powerful degree point. Wow. Of 16 degrees. We are in the middle of a cycle. Well, actually, we've passed the halfway point. Last month we were in the middle of the cycle, but we've had seven full moons in a row. We'll have 7 at that 16 degree point. And so the 16 degree point is the harvesting of. It is the wrapping things up. It's the tying up loose ends kind of energy. And so what particular area of your chart the full moon in Leo falls in will help to dictate kind of where that energy will be for you. If you are a Pisces rising, for you that is happening in your 6th house of your work-life balance, and so it's activating that energy around your health. It's that energy around how do you manage all the details of your life. And so, or actually, those are the areas. I'm a Pisces moon, and those are the areas I'm focusing on with this energy. So it could be activating that for you, whether you're sun, moon, or rising. So, wow. And speaking of taking action, okay, so Pisces, we're going to take a look at what is the challenge and the opportunity, and then the advice from Spirit on this. And we're going to pull you a crystal card with a mantra at the end here. I really want to encourage you to use the power of the moons as they move through their cycles to really change, make the changes and initiate the changes in your life that you want, like being in flow, especially being a water sign. Being in flow is really important, and the grandmothers are laughing and nodding right now. So they always show up for you, Pisces. It's so much fun. All right, so this full moon is actually squaring with Uranus and Taurus, and so it wants to bring in change. It wants to bring in change besides being a full moon. And we have Venus squaring up with Mars the day before. And Venus is at home. Not at home. She's exalted in your sign. And so she always appreciates spending time in your sign. So Venus in your sign is really bringing through a message here. You have the evil queen. You deserve sugar, not salt. All right. So the challenge is understanding your own sense of value. When Venus shows up in your sign, she's really bringing that home. And she's going to do a retrograde period. She's going to spend from the beginning of June to like the beginning of October in Leo. So this is really activating all that area for you about what it is you value about yourself. Because if you love yourself, if you just say, I deserve sugar, not salt, and you mean it, and you take action in that direction where you say, I don't accept people treating me like crap. I'm not going to talk bad about me, and I'm not going to let others talk bad about me. I'm not going to treat myself poorly. I'm not going to let others treat myself poorly. And so with this balancing of your energy going on here, are you taking good care of your health? Right? Are you doing the things for yourself? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you taking the action steps? Are you paying attention to your daily activities? Like, are you on top of your bills? All these things that make you, when you're sitting on top of them and you're working on them and you're taking the time to prioritize what it is you need to feel in balance. When you do that for yourself, then you shine that light out into the world, and the world starts reflecting it back to you, much like a full moon, where the moon is fully reflecting the light of the sun, right? And so you are your own personal sun, and what you put out into the world will be reflected back to you. And so you can totally change the full moon energy, the dynamic of the interplay around you, through your choice and decision to value yourself. So you deserve sugar, not salt. The opportunity here is to create some sacred space for you to tune in. I feel like you've been feeling like there's messages coming through and you're having trouble getting to them because because you're exhausted. Your energy level has to be at a certain vibration in order to hear the higher vibrational energies the messages that want to come through. So Neptune in your dream space. If you're going to sleep on time and you're not completely exhausted when you fall into bed, and you have a good sleep that gives your body time to rest or regenerate, it can also allow space and time for messages to come through in your dream time. Meditation is important. it's always important, but Pisces, I think you benefit a lot from it because you can totally connect in with the other realm on a much deeper level, a much expanded level. And Neptune in your sign is reminding you there's no limits to your ability to communicate with the other side of the veil. And so you have the card here of Morgan, take action with the listener, the sacred silence. So taking action to do things. See how she's wearing a mask though? I feel like, and they're both wearing masks. I feel like take action to create the sacred time and space for you because there's information coming in. And so prioritize yourself and make sure that you're making your life as easy as you can. And part of that ease and the grace that comes through with that would be through the meditation. A lot of space for that. But also, what is it that you're trying to change? What initiation are you trying to create here? What would you like to do? Because you're being called to take action. You know, something I've never noticed before? This card has come out a lot, okay? The listener. And the listener here has amber over the third eye. And so your grandmother's, they're saying that your ancestors and your guides are trying to speak to you through the third eye, and there needs to be space for them to do that. And so this is that balance, though, space for that and space to take action. And we have this here, the card that comes out to clarify it is your King of Cups, okay? Now this King of Cups is interesting because he's sitting on an island. He's got his cup open to receiving, but he has a spyglass to determine what action he needs to take next. He is totally grounded here. He is completely grounded, and there is all kinds of abundance around him. The dolphins in the background, it's funny because the dolphins and the whales always come in with grandmothers. The dolphin is playing. There's lots of dolphins playing in the background. This cat is fishing, and there's so much fish. There's a multitude of abundance available to you if you're really grounded and you're paying attention, right? The spyglass, really focusing. And you know what's interesting is it's only one, right? It's not the binoculars, it's the one. It's the singular focus on something that's going to bring in something for you. It's a calico cat. Calico cats are always feminine energy, but it's the black of your desire and your deeper part, the part you don't necessarily show the world, right? And your intentions. It's the white of taking action, and it's this orange of creative energy. And so bringing yourself into balance so you have room to create from, space to create from, because you deserve sugar, not salt. You deserve the good things in life. I gotta say though, salt adds flavor. And so if you feel like, where is the good stuff? Where is the sweet stuff? It feels like I'm always getting the salt. And just remember that it brought to the surface. It brought things up. And remember, he's sitting in the ocean. That's ocean water. So it brings things up. They're saying that heightens your awareness of them, right? It brings out the flavor in food. So it heightens your awareness of the experience because there was a lesson to be gained in it. You learned something along the way. And so the sweetness can also be the reward of recognizing what the lessons were. And once you recognize them, it's a lot easier to move past them and move on. Wow. Big energetic shift. You have the Enochian light codes and you have the Seraphim gateway. So the Seraphim, that's that music. Their frequency is so high. It is the beautiful music of the heavens, right? And so this is about working with your throat chakra. Sing in the shower, sing in the car if you're uncomfortable singing around people, but actually singing along to music you hear or even just your own stuff. If you have a mantra and you sing the mantra, it actually activates the throat chakra and really resonates and vibrates through your body. Using music to heal, to inspire, to uplift. This with the energy of this full moon. So like for the next, well, I would say you're activating that now. It would be something you could use moving forward, but definitely until we get to through your season, right? When we get to the next turn of the seasonal clock there at the equinox. And so using that energy to really activate Pisces, one of the archangel that works closely with Pisces is Archangel Sandalphon. And Archangel Sandalphon is about the music. And I want to say get in resonance with Mother Gaia, right? And so if you're trying to attune her frequency, the frequency, I can't think of the name of it. There is a frequency that is attached to Mother Gaia. I'm in channel, I can't think of it, but it's 7.83 megahertz. So look for music with that activates that deep resonance and really helps you to bring that up. So it is the voice activation, it's angelic attunement, and it is divine support. You are surrounded by angels and guides and dragons. The dragons, there's a seraphim of dragons, and the music, it's otherworldly. Thank you so much for that. It's so high vibrational. It changes your DNA. It changes how you view yourself. It changes you at a very core level. And the Enochian light codes say energetic shift, new information, and the end of a cycle. Well, that's full moon energy. We're working through this harvesting, this wrapping up of cycles, this letting things go. And so you step through the gateway, but I feel like you step through this gateway well supported in this beautiful music. And so using music to activate. So for this full moon that's coming up, I'll find some really high vibrational music. 7.83, the Schumann. Thank you. The Schumann resonance. That every planet vibrates at a certain frequency. And if you get them all together, all the different planetary sounds, they all make sounds because of this frequency. And if you put them together on different machines in a room and you turn them to, you slow them down, they actually sound like they're having conversation. So Mother Gaia is trying to talk to you, and in that sacred silence, in creating that space for you, using music to help you to get there, create a full moon ritual that you use for sure this month and next month that allows you to really tune in to the frequency, the new frequency. It's like you're changing channels. You're leveling up. So tune into the new frequency of who you are. There's a huge opportunity here. You have the card of codependency, the key to freedom. That's the big shift. The one where you no longer take the crumbs, the crap, the whatever that comes from other people, and you step into your own power. Venus wants you to step into your own power. She wants you to understand how much you are valued. Saturn moves into your sign, I think March 7th it is. And so it's March 7th, or there's so many planets moving around at that point, it's hard for me to keep track. But in March, before the sun, either then all the way through until like the 26th of March, lots of planetary shifts happening. So either things are clearing their shadows or they're changing signs. Your season of Pisces is a huge activation portal, and they're asking you to get ready. So pick up the key and unlock yourself and allow yourself to stand on your own, because you have the new day. You have the new day. And you know what it says? It's so funny. It says, welcome back. Welcome back to you. Come home to yourself. Your fully embodied, empowered, singular self, where you don't have to seek other people's validation and approval just to feel like you're worthy of something. You're already worthy. You're already worthy. The only thing that we need to do when we're Pisces, actually, I think when we're in human form, is to recognize that we are worthy. This world has taught us that we have to earn love, right? We have to earn it. If you're a good girl or a good boy, you get this. If you play by the rules, you get that. And Spirit says, you don't have to. earn your own embodied empowerment of love and light. You already are that. You just have to remember and pick up the key and unlock the door. Kind of reminds me of, if you've ever seen in the Chris Ann Tarot deck, the Light Seers Tarot, the Five of Pentacles has this girl just sitting there, so miserable, like in a dungeon, and there is a big light shining on the door, and it's showing the key. The key is resting next to the door, but she's so caught up in her world of feeling small that she doesn't see the key is there. She has the power. You have the power because, look, the key is right there. You already have it. You just have to activate and use it. They really want you to take action toward yourself, towards self-empowerment. You have the card of take action. You have this energetic shift, end of cycle, new information, this angelic attunement. All this stuff is coming in. This, pick up the key and unlock the door and let yourself out into your own life. And you have with this, these very empowering cards of the solar plexus energy of allowing yourself to shine out into the world. You have copper, which is the card of action. Okay. And it's oh God, I just noticed she's carrying the sword of truth. She looks so fierce with that sword of truth. This is my truth. Throat chakra, right? The sword of truth. That's your throat chakra. So your throat chakra, why are we talking about throat chakra? Did it show up? Oh, voice attunement. Okay, throat chakra. That's your truth. Are you expressing it to yourself? You always have to express it to yourself first, and then you have to take action where you show it out into the world, where you stand up for yourself. She is not in an aggressive stance. She's in a very much a Seven of Wands. I know who I am, and I'm going to defend who I am. And it wouldn't mess with me if I were you kind of stance. So, copper. I am a conduit for goodness and prosperity. I receive inspiration and great wealth. Be a clear conduit for messages and inspiration, complete inventions, formulas, creative work, amplify courage and confidence. It's the harvesting. It's the wrapping up of something. Complete your inventions. If there is some project you have started, we could take taxes, right? Go ahead and get your taxes done. They're not due until, April, but you can get them done now, right? Complete projects. You started painting the spare room and you got distracted by doing something for someone else, but you wanted to create that nurturing environment for you to have a place to go and just meditate or whatever. Finish it up. Do those things. You started on a workout. You were like, okay, I'm going to work out, blah, 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 new me, new year. And Mars was in retrograde going, yeah, no, not yet. And so now reactivate that. Complete what you started. Whatever it was that you started to do before, whatever half-done project you have going on, now is the time to wrap it up. Start doing things to get that cycle done so you can move on to the next new cycle. So you have the golden topaz. Visualize life purpose, amplify joy and bliss, improve ability to speak up. We are activating our throat chakras, cultivate ease, and processing all that is happening around and within me. He is very aware of what's going on. He's open to receiving messages, and he's got a spyglass so he can see what's going on. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining brightly before me. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining brightly before me. And so this is about being inspired, taking action, wrapping up cycles, and activating our throat chakra, which is about our own truth. And you have lapis lazuli, which is a throat chakra card, but it has this gold, again, that golden energy shot through it. And so this is a golden opportunity. You are light. Never forget that. And if you've forgotten, pick up the key, unlock the door, and remember. So, I receive messages all the time, and then follow my internal guidance system. Create the space, the sacred space to receive the messages. And you know what's interesting? This is called sacred silence. And so this is like meditation energy, but look at it. It's not, usually when you have meditation energy, it's all like third eye chakra colors going on. This isn't. This is sacral chakra into solar plexus. This is creative energy that is being pushed out into the world. And the amber up here says to remember who you are. Remember who you are. I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance. Lapis lazuli. Activate your intuition. Be a clear channel. Access the Akashic records. Remember who you are. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. King of Cups, though, is a water sign, just like you, right? Feel protected and safe. He is on his own little island. He can see everything that's going on around you and promote clarity in the dream time. And so we come back to the dreams. Remember to give yourself the proper amount of sleep and rest so you can activate your dream time. There's messages trying to come through. They're really important and they're trying to sneak on in. So make space for them. All right, Pisces, I hope you found that helpful. I will post here the week's reading I do on every Sunday and on Facebook every day if you want to check in over there. This looks really powerful. Remember, you deserve sugar. That's all. Take care.